Stormtrooper twice lined up in rows. Let's go! Reviewing each one with the passion it shows. It's so plastic to metal, he knows them so well. Stormtrooper swagger, his story to tell. Tune in for Bert, he's the toy expert. Let's go! From action to arcade.
Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 114 Megatron from the Transformers 1 movie, and I love this toy. Released in the fall of 2024, this figure is brand new and starting to hit store shelves right now as of the time of this recording. It is a deluxe class figure and retails for approximately $25. And what you get with the figure is the figure itself right here with a number of weapons which all integrate into the vehicle mode. We're going to go into that in just a moment. You get a sheet of instructions which is very easy to follow, and again, this one it's a relatively simple, intuitive transformation. I did it the first time without. I like to see if I can do it without looking at the instructions. I got through it without the instructions first time, no problem. Very simple transformation, very fun. I really like this one a lot. Taking a quick look at the package, and you've got artwork of Megatron right there as we saw him at the end of the Transformers 1 movie, which was a fantastic movie. Love it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out because that was a great movie. He does come packaged in robot mode, so you can see him right here in the window. Artwork on the side, more artwork on the side, product shots on the back of the box showing you the figure both in robot mode and in vehicle mode. 24 steps for transformation, and you've got a background where you can display him on. And what you get with Megatron here is a tank. I know, Megatron is a tank. That's just kind of the way it is now, which I like. I dig it. I think Megatron as a tank works because there's a giant gun on treads. So he is kind of like a space tank here. Futuristic space tank, very similar to what we saw again at the very end of the Transformers 1 movie. It's a good size for a deluxe here, approximately 5.5 inches long from the back all the way to the front of the tank thread right there. And he is approximately 2 inches tall, depending on how you got him. Yeah, I got it to the top of the turret right here, but again, you can do stuff like this, which of course is going to make him about 5 inches tall. So it's really up to you what you do there. Taking a look at the figure itself, or at the vehicle mode, it's again, it's kind of like a futuristic space tank, if you will. Not a bad looking space tank. I really dig the design of this one. There are a couple of minor gripes. So there's things like, for example, if you look carefully enough, you can see the robot head folded up in there. It does get covered up by the turret for the most part, so it's not that bad. It's kind of very creative the way that they did this. The way that the tank turret mount is mounted on a peg. So you got a peg back there and you got a port here. This port is on a hinge, so this can swivel back and forth. So that is going to allow you to mount the tank turret. And because of the hinge, you can move the turret up and down. Because of the peg, you can rotate the rotate the turret. So as you can see, you can kind of get a couple of angles out of him and whatnot, and you can go all the way around. So that actually works really, really well. The only minor gripe, if I could change one thing about this figure, is the fact that he does not have wheels. I'm very disappointed about that because he does not roll. He's a tank. I should be able to roll him. That's really kind of the only minor gripe that I have with him, is I would put wheels on him, because I would love to get this guy rolling. Other than that, really, really dig it. He is done mostly in grays and silver. So you got a light gray for the back part here, some darker grays going into the front right there. You got some silver on the turret, silver details here on the back and the front of the turret. And again, going into those kind of like in between, not quite as dark as this, but not quite as light as that. So you kind of got that little bit of almost a gunmetal kind of a gray there for the guns themselves. He does have a dual guns here. These are mounted on pegs. Again, these are also removable, so you can move these guys all over the place as much as you want. They are completely posable. And then we also got some black and red details that are showing, because that's what we're going to see in the robot mode. Quick comparison. Here he is with the Studio Series Optimus Prime for TF1, so you can see what the two of them look like together, and they scale very well. He is just a little bit longer than Prime, as you can see, which he should be because he's a tank. He should be just a little bigger than Prime. I think he looks really, really nice. Now, honest opinion here, I would have preferred if both of these figures would have come out in Voyager class. I think a Voyager size would actually serve these designs a little better. As it is, as deluxes, they are fine figures. I think they are both excellent figures. I just would have liked to see them a little bigger. But there you go, so you can see what the two of them look like together. Transforming Megatron is not that complicated. It's relatively simple, but it's a lot of fun. So we're going to start with the turret, and we're just going to remove the turret. I know, parts forming, right? Worst Transformer ever. Yeah, so we're going to remove the turret, and there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces here in this turret that you can do stuff with. We're just going to set that aside for the moment. Let's bring the camera up some. And we're going to start here with these plates up here at the top. We're going to unpeg these right there and right there. So they are kind of, if you see, they're kind of clawing down on the front of the turret, on the track right there. And then there is a peg and a port right there. So we're just going to kind of bring those up. They are also pegged into the side right there. So we're just going to bring those up. Just kind of turn that and bring these plates up and out of the way like that. We are going to take this whole back of the tank right here and rotate it backwards like so. There is a tab and a slot right there, so we're just going to tab right there and bring this up like so. That's going to reveal his head. We can bring this piece up. This is on a double hinge. There are going to be tabs and ports right there, so you can just peg that right there. And then the legs are going to come all the way out to the side, and then you can bring them down. Very much like if you think of like G1 Dinobots, that's what they did, right? So we're going to bring those down like so. Really love what's about to happen down here with the feet. So bring these front part of the tracks, bring them forward. That's going to give you clearance to rotate these around and then snap them back down again. Rotate that, snap it back down again. Then take these pieces right here. These are going to be your feet. We're going to bring these down and out like so. And then this plate is going to come forward and snap into place, covering that up. Take the legs, rotate them around, revealing Megatron's stripper boots, as most people are calling them, which is hysterical. Okay, finally, we're going to come here to the tracks right here, and we're going to just extend these out. They're on 2 hinges, as you can see, and rotate that down to form his arm. I unpegged it. Mine are super, super tight. These are ball joints, but man, mine are tight. And then the little tip of the track right there is going to rotate to form his fist. So again, we're going to take this, we're going to extend it out, bring that down, and then rotate this to form his fist. And there's the basic figure for Megatron right there. I did that wrong. There we go. I did that wrong on both sides. Okay, let's rotate that. I did that wrong on both sides. There you go. So there's the base figure for Megatron. Now, what do we do with all of this? There's all kinds of stuff that you can do with this. So, first and foremost, we're going to take this, kind of like the front piece of the turret right here. We're going to remove that. Then we're going to take this piece and we're going to remove this. And let's just take the whole thing apart. Let's look at everything that we've got here. So this right here, obviously that's his fusion cannon, peg and port on the side. And there you go. These, I wanted to show these off. So this is going to be a little backpack piece right here. So this is just going to, there's 2 tabs there, 2 slots there, and this is just going to tab into his backpack. If I line it up correctly. Oh, I think I got it the wrong way. There you go. So that's just going to line up right there, I think. I think I have it right. I must. Let me make sure. Yeah, that is... Oh yeah, that's actually correct right there. You want the little rounded part up to the top right there. Okay, so these little guns right here, they are on 5mm ports, so you can hold them in his hand. Maybe not the first time, but definitely the second time. Like that. So you can have, if you want Megatron or D-16 to have little handguns, you can do that. So these are options that you have. Also, the little piece right here, this little turret that we took off of here, you can leave it there if you want to give them a longer fusion cannon. You can do that, or you can pop this off, and there is a little tab on the bottom of it, and there's a slot on his arm, so you can give him that, so he can have, and that will work on either arm, same as, let me pop this off again. You see there's a port here. So you can put the fusion cannon on either arm. You can put this little gun on either arm. So if you want him to just be all out holding every weapon that he has, you can do that. There you go. You can also take this off, and you can mount these on the side too. If you wanted to do that, you can do that as well. So you got a lot of play options with this guy. Now, if you want to give him a simpler look, more of a movie look, here's what we're going to do. These little handguns here, these are going to peg into the side of that turret just like they were in vehicle mode. So you can do that, okay? And for the most part, I have his backpack like this. You can also rotate one around. So if you want to have one over his shoulder, you know, a little bit more evocative of G1. Again, there's a lot of options with this figure that you can do. And typically, this is how I display mine. I give him both of these. And I'm going to take that off for a moment. Well, no, because I wanted to show how I display it, right? So let's put that back on. So this is typically how I display, right? I have the little backpack with the two guns, and he's got his fusion cannon and the little gun on the other side right there. Typically, that's how I display. But you can also take this here, and this is going to, oh, I don't think I needed to. I didn't need to take the backpack off. But anyway, you can plug that there, like so. And also, there's a little peg right there. It's hard to do, but you can work it where he's holding it or mount it on his side right there. And you can do that too. But this is, again, if you want a simpler look or a more movie look, you can do that right there. And then all of his weapons are neatly stored on his back. So again, a lot of options because you got literally 4 weapons and all kinds of places to mount them that are all functional. So he's really, really neat. He's a lot of fun to mess around with. But there you go. This is Megatron, or D-16, in his robot mode, standing at approximately 6 inches tall. So looking really, really nice. Bringing him in close. Take a look at that head sculpt. I absolutely love the head sculpt on him. I love the chest detail. Honestly, the only minor gripe, and again, I know this wasn't in the movie until the very end or after the credits. Spoiler alert. I want to put a Decepticon symbol on his chest, and I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to get a Repro label or a Toy Hacks and just put a little Decepticon sticker on his chest. I think he's missing that. But other than that, yeah, love the way this robot mode looks, going all the way around. Solid robot. You don't have really any hollow spots to speak of. Really fun transformation, neat little vehicle mode with the, you know, with the only thing being that he doesn't have wheels. I love the way the tank mode looks, and I love the way this robot looks. Articulation wise, head is on a ball joint. It's supposed to turn. Mine is super tight, but I guess I can get him to turn some. Look at the red eyes on that guy. Man, he's just bright red eyes. He looks so good. Shoulders are on ball joints. You can go in and out, and you can rotate. Again, with mine are super tight. I've been working on mine. At first, I was afraid that I was going to snap off this support right here, this ball peg. This whole peg, I was afraid I was going to twist it and snap it off at first, but it's moving better now. You can rotate right above the elbow. You can double bend at the elbow, and you have wrist rotation. You have a waist rotation. The hips, again, are on ball joints. You can go forward and backwards, in and out. Rotation at the knee. And do we get we should, yeah, we do get a knee bend. I thought so. I was going to say, wait a minute. Yeah, we do get a knee bend. And we got a little bit of ankle tilt. Not a lot. You can't go super wide with him, but you can go wide with him. Let's put that back on because I knocked it off during the articulation. Love the way he looks. And the Megatron here is going to be mostly in his G1 color scheme, right? So you got that gray, on most of his body, most of his upper body is going to be done in gray. The head, the chest, the shoulders, the forearms, and the thighs, all done in that gray with black and red details here along the shoulders and the biceps. Red details here on the chest, along with the little black details there for the torso. The hands and the lower legs are going to be in that darker gray. And you got little yellow details out there for the toes. This guy looks really, really good. I was really looking forward to this guy. For comparison, here he is with the Studio Series Optimus Prime from Transformers 1. So you can see what the two of them look like together. And again, I think, so two things about the size here, right? Megatron, I think, should be just a little smidge taller than Optimus Prime. I think this figure should have been just a little bigger than Prime. But generally speaking, both of these figures, I think, should have been Voyager class. If these figures were both Voyager class, my God, these would be near perfect. But again, the Megatron needs to be just a smidge taller, maybe like a half a head taller than Optimus Prime, if you ask me. But there you go. They look fantastic together, and I've been having so much fun. This is such a fun figure to pose and just give them all those weapons and just play around with. A lot of fun. So definitely check that out. And if you haven't seen Transformers 1, do yourself a favor. Go check it out. Do not do yourself the disservice of missing it based on what the internet is saying. Go see it for yourself and make your own opinion. I found it to be a really fun movie to watch with my family. We really enjoyed it. And it's so far, we're getting pretty cool figures out of it as well. So, there's also that. So go check it out and go check this figure out, because this figure is a lot of fun. And I think that about does it for the Transformers Studio Series Megatron from the Transformers 1 movie. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe, share with your friends if you like what you see. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.
Arcade, see the best displayed.